Hey everybody, Miss Dietrich here. We're going to take a look at how you might use a number line to model this particular division problem. 1.5 divided by 5/12. Whatever you have in front of the division symbol, that's always your number that you're starting out with, and you're breaking that up into equal groups. And in this case, what are the equal groups? We're breaking it up into groups of 5/12. So let's take a look at what 5/12 looks like. This box represents 5/12. That's a group of 5/12 right there. So far we're at 1. Here's another group. Now we have 2. Here's another group. Now we have 3. And we didn't quite make it to 4. So it's going to be 3 and a little more. 3 and something. 3 and something over something. Now to figure out the something, I'm going to slide this back in. And it might, if you look closely, you need five of these little things filled in green in order for us to have the whole thing. We have 3 of them shaded out of the potential 5 of the red box. So it's going to be 3 and 1, 2, 3 fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now let's talk about if you had to explain where this 18/12 came from, which is the dividend. 1.5 is an improper fraction, is equal to 3/2. And since we're breaking this up into 12ths, we would want to, for modeling purposes, rethink this as 12ths. So 3/2 is equal to 18/12. Now, if we were just going to do the standard algorithm for this, we would write it out. We would turn any whole or mixed numbers into improper fractions, so this again would be equal to 3/2. Then we would say to ourselves, keep, change, flip. We always multiply by the reciprocal of the divisor. So we keep the dividend, we change this to multiply, and we change that to its reciprocal. So then we're looking at 3/2 times 12/5. Then we might take advantage of the reducing opportunity we have here, divide by 2 and get 1, divide by 2 and get 6. Then we wouldn't have an opportunity here, so we'd go across. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 times 5 is 5. And then we do 18 divided by 5 and get the 3 3/5 that way. All right, so hopefully this model and your understanding of the standard algorithm, those two things coupled together, will give you a lot of confidence. Now, the only thing that I should show you next is the idea of if they ever ask you to show a check. If you have to show a check or you have to show what number sentence could you use to check it, you always take your quotient, which in this case is 3 3/5, you multiply it by your divisor, which in this case is 5/12, and you're supposed to get your dividend, which would be 1.5. This would be called the check. And if you actually multiplied it out, the two sides would equal each other and it would check. All right, good luck.